Hey guys, I've got my camera pointed up to the sky right now because it is brown. We are covered in a cloud of wildfire smoke and it is raining ashes. So this has been the scene in Colorado for a couple months now. So, yep, there's a little piece of ash falling there. Wow. So, windows are closed. Air filters are on, and man, I hope they are able to get those fires under control soon. To give you some perspective, look at the horizon over here. Look at that. Sky is brown. You can't really see it with the camera, but like with the sun shining through it, it just makes it this glowing orange sky. It feels like I'm on Mars. Oh, that is much better. Come into the grow tent and escape the world for a moment. Look at this guy. Cygnodis Windelight. Two beautiful spikes. Look at the presentation. Look at the way they're coming out. Perfectly arched, little jewels of happy sap on them. Color starting to show. I mean, wow. That's all I gotta say. Wow. Moving down, look at this Cattleya walkeriana. It is time for you to start spilling your guts, buddy. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna flower? We're looking for a new growth pushing out of this guy. Hopefully we'll see some flowers on it. Be awesome. Never flowered one of these guys before. Dendrobium country girl. So during the daytime I keep it in the tent, but at night I put it in the window, or I take it down to the garage and put it in the garage. Try to keep it really cool, like below 60 for sure, or preferably, it's been really chilly here, so it's gotten down to like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So anyway, I haven't watered it hardly at all in the past month. I did water it about 4 or 5 days ago, just kind of rinsed off the plant, and then whatever water fell in the pot, quickly drained out, but don't seem to be seeing really any signs of shriveling, so everything looks good. And I think there might be the slightest hint of little flower bumps pushing out of the stem, but it's too soon to tell, I think. But I'm super excited. I hope I get lots of flowers on this thing. They're just super cool. And then right behind it, look at this majestic beauty. This is Half Prime Child. This is an awarded clone called Apollo, and to my knowledge it is the largest, it has the largest flowers of any prime child on record, according to the AOS. So that's super exciting. I don't know if the flowers are going to be as big this time around. It looks like this bud is actually starting to open now, and it doesn't look that big, but who knows. The cool thing is it's got 2 more flowers on the way, so that is going to be really exciting. Got RLC Jessie Lee down here. This spike is really coming along nicely. 2 flowers, and then another spike down here with some flowers in it. Looks like 2 more in there. And just really looking forward to these. Big orange flowers, a nice rosy fragrance, long lasting. What's not to love? And 2 more growths coming up. One weird thing about this clone is that most of the leaves open up okay, but some of the leaves, they just stay folded and they just get a little crack in them, and I had to like physically open. Like this one I actually had to, when it was opening up. I physically had to pry the leaves open, otherwise they would have stuck shut. Like you can see these older ones, they just never really quite opened. Anyway, Cattleya maxima lost its flowers. It is now flowerless for the first time in a while. So I don't know if their blooming season is over. I guess it is. I've heard it's kind of fall, late fall. It does have a couple new growths coming in. I don't know if those will bloom, but anyway, it's had a nice long run. It's been pretty easy so far. Tolerant to different conditions. Alright, Bulbophil and Lovely Elizabeth. I am less optimistic about this little thing than I was. But still don't know. This thing here, same deal. Not sure whether to be optimistic or not sure what to think. This plant is a tease. Lovely Elizabeth, you are a tease. Bulbophil and Medusae. It's just kind of hard to see the spikes, but they're getting easier to see because they're getting bigger. Little pointy things right there. The earliest I've ever had this plant bloom is around second week of November. So should look for the. It's weird because they kind of grow out slowly, and then one day you come in here and you find them halfway popped open. Like, it happens really fast. Yeah, in fact, I can even see some of the little. Looks like some of the little tentacles pushing out of that one already. So who knows? Might be coming even sooner. We got Hal, Bulbophil and Carnulabium. Flowers seem to be smaller in the tent. It makes sense. It's not as warm. It's not as humid. Although it's not bad. There's another flower coming on Hal. And a third. Behind it, Cattleya Rex. Seed pod. I posted on my Instagram, but I'm going to ask you guys too. What I would really like to do is... Let's give some background info. So, Cattleya Rex comes from a part of Peru that was once inhabited by the Inca civilization. Quechua is a language that is spoken today in Peru that is a descendant of the ancient Inca language. What I would like to do is use Quechua words, just kind of everyday words, but nice words like sun, moon, river, mountain, waterfall, rainbow, those kind of things. I would like to use Quechua words to name each of my Cattleya Rex clones. One, to just pay homage to that culture, and two, because it will kind of expand knowledge of Quechua in a way. Like, anyone who sees these plants is going to know some Quechua words, right? But I have some reservations because I don't know anyone personally who speaks Quechua, and I don't know if the use of those words would somehow be offensive or inappropriate, right? I'm a professional linguist myself, and I have seen lots of cases where misuse of language has led to some pretty ugly misinterpretation, and I don't want to be that guy. I know better than that. So I'm kind of curious, first of all, if you know anybody who speaks Quechua, could you put them in touch with me? Or do you have an opinion on that? Do you think that using Quechua words for my different plants would be inappropriate, culturally insensitive? Curious what you think. I would really love to do it, but I need some confirmation that it's not a huge faux pas first. What else have we got? Oh, you've probably been wondering about this guy. Phalaenopsis schilleriana. It's been repotted twice. I pulled it out of the pot the other day, and the roots were... it looked like there were fruiting bodies of fungus sporulating on the roots, so I cut most of this plant's roots off. There's very little left, and there was one growing root tip the other day, I don't know if that's gonna continue, but I'm starting to see a resurgence in those pink spots on the leaf. I don't know if it's something that is just kind of a residual effect after the fungus has been killed, because I did soak this thing in fungicide for 10 minutes or so. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe it didn't kill the fungus. I don't know. So it's in tightly packed sphagnum, just kept barely moist, and don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's going to die, but I don't know if it's going to get better either. So it's kind of a tough call. Let's see. Actually, I have another problem plant over here. It's this Path-Microcopalids. And for the moment, it seems to be kind of in stasis. Maybe it's reestablishing its root system. It did get quite a shock. I tore off one of the rotting leaves, soaked it in that same fungicide as well. Phyton 27, just soaked the whole thing in it. Who knows? It's not actively rotting, so that's good, but it's also not really, doesn't seem to be growing that much either. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop talking your ear off. Thank you very much for hanging out with me and My Green Pets today. Hope things are going well for you, and yeah, I'll see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. Bye.